getting the baler ready to go. Let's get it hooked up here. Just drop the pin in. Get everything ready to be baling next week. And lost the flap. It goes on the drawbar. It is gone. And, I'm gonna spray some chain lube on that PTO shaft. It's the wag bait hook up. How's everybody doing today? Gotta get good. We've always had a little problem with this baler shaft. It seems like it always wants to stick. It goes like that. It seems like it just always wants to stick and don't want to slide on properly. We got it right time, boys. I know this is chain lube, but I mean it works good for that. So any two ways. If anybody else, when they use their cell phone to film, they turn it around where you can see yourself. Guys. I don't want to look ridiculous. This is the thing. So we cut hay yesterday. Tore up 2 hay mowers. Burnt the clutches up twice. One of them come out of time. That was the old mower. So, yeah. So it's pretty well garbage now. I mean, it can be fixed, but it's an old mower and I could find a used one cheaper than you can fix that one. We got all my connections here. Hydraulic. Lights, camera, action. Lay them over here for now. So I try to just gently toss the importance up in the cam. Like I said, gently toss everything up there. So we can hook these up. So, I didn't get any filming of the hay cutting, which is unfortunate. I was planning on cutting some hay, but things happen, and don't always get to do what you want. So, sorry for my big old paint collie. There we go. Sorry for my big hand in y'all's way. Oh Lord. The zip tie's not on my... That was it right there, I believe. Be sure they clean. Doesn't got oil coming out of it. So I'm sweating. It's time to get the monitor all hooked up. So now I'm in here. Got to get the connections all this goes to the moisture sensor. It's going back to the moisture sensor in the back, and I'll show you all this after I get it hooked up. But somebody was asking me about the moisture sensor the other day, and they were asking if it's worth the money. Yes and no, I guess, because my simply honest opinion about it is I don't think you need it, because just the fact, because it's not that hard to tell if hay is ready to bale or not. So I just, in my honest opinion, I just feel like that it's kind of unnecessary for some reason. It's all about what you want to spend. If you don't want to spend the extra money on the moisture sensor, then that's fine. But me personally, I like it, but if I didn't have it, it wouldn't bother me neither. So now we got to hook this up to this other one. So looks just like this, about the same. See if I can get you on a good spot here. There we go. So we got this, and this goes to the monitor. This goes to the baler. You got to be sure you get your pinholes just right, because there's some holes there. Two big holes on top, then one little, one big in here, and the rest of them is little holes. It's the same way with this, and got the two big prongs here, and then the one big prong here. You got to line these up just perfect, just to get them right, because if you don't, you'll mess the splines up in here. And that's a big common issue for a lot of people with these hay balers, is they try to force them, and they try to force them and they mess them up. So if you just be very careful and you just look at your thing and be sure that you got them lined up correctly, and then it should just go in there. Like I said, you gotta be sure you get them lined up correctly. Correctly. And that's like that. I know I messed up the first time, and I promise I was not trying to be a smart aleck. But and then to keep from dust from coming in your tractor cab, wrap the hose up, or not the hose, the wiring up in a paper towel, like so. So it looks somewhat like this. And then your final thing is to plug this in here. So this is difficult to do one-handed. So you got your 3 prongs here. I don't know if y'all can see that, but it's 2 up and down, and then 1 side to side. It goes the same way right here. 2 up and down, 1 side to side. However they're lined up correctly, just stick it in there and tighten it down. And then you got to be sure everything is where your seat does not pinch down on them. If you go over, then you should close it. Got everything hooked up and ready to go. This is to test the hydraulics, hopefully. I gotta close that door. I want this to be my pickup reel, so when I pull back, it should come up, and it does. Push forward, and it should go down. So if I know that's right, I know I got this right, so good deal. Trying to get everything again where it's all out of the way and it ain't just be sure that way I got the paper towel in, no dust is gonna come in. To me, that's a really big deal. I don't like dust coming in. You see guys that will hook this up and they don't put nothing there. You know, you do what you want to, but I don't like dust coming in here, and I know it's nasty, but just anyway. So we're gonna turn everything on and check everything out. So there's the moisture sensor. I believe this is the. I believe it's one of the one and onlys. I know the first one they come out with was like small, but you got to check here. Then you got your. I really don't know what these do because I never messed with them, but that's a. You know, you got a mode. You got some negative. Okay, let's see. You got low limit off, and that's your baler type. So we just leave it on. I believe it's offset. So but you know, and then this is your sound. It will make a sound, just like if it gets over 20%, you're going to come up to spots where it's going to get to 20% every once in a while, no matter what, really, because this will pick up moisture off the ground. And so I just turn that off where it ain't beeping at me all the time, because this thing here beeps enough. And of course you got your power button, and then the monitor here. So everything's going to come on. You got your gate closed, near full, and start wrapping, then eject, and then this is your codes here. You got low voltage, net wrap, you know, oversized gate open, and then alarm. This here is if you switch from net to twine. This is extend and retract. Those buttons I never use. It's your wrap button, your size button. I really don't know what these do, because I've never used them before in my entire baling career. This is how many wraps you want to put on your bales, putting them 3. A lot of guys do 2, 3.5. To me, and I've heard a lot of John Deere guys say, especially the technicians or whatever, say it's pointless to go 3.5 or 4.5. You just well do 2 or 3. I mean, a half wrap, you know, almost does nothing. This is your number. It's about 106 of the day, and this is how many bales that's on the baler: 10,526. So we'll go ahead and clear this off for next time. So that is basically all I know about this. This is the same monitor that they've used for years, I'm sure. I think all the new balers is different, and the moisture sensor's on one screen. I would like, that would be nice if all this was in one thing. I actually like that better. So, we got it. It's greased and ready to go for next week. We might actually bale some possibly Monday. It's going to be a lot of hay. And a lot of the stuff we already cut is coming along. Gonna get it all baled, and we got more to cut, and so that's gonna be good. plan on doing a hay baling video next week. Gonna try to get the camera, try to remember the camera and use it, and get a little more video. I appreciate y'all watching. Like, comment, and subscribe. That's it.